expand this again. Okay, now where are we? 8:18. Okay, another version of that crash where you get a trap fault in this box here. It is graceful, and if you pay attention to your keyboard, you may not be able to see it, but if you pay attention to where you think it is, you get back to emptying the program, and suddenly you find that you're okay, the system's running fine. But maybe it's not. It's highly possible that you've written over something in the kernel, or maybe somewhere else. Now, when you're trying to go over some boundary that Windows has created for the system, Windows will politely dismiss the program. But if you write over your own code, or if you write over your own kernel, and I've done this many, many times, which is good, I guess, in a way, because now I can also explain to you how to add new kernels to bytecode. We can work on that. And that's interesting because we were able to put together a lot of different kinds of color force that way. So, and then another kind of crash is just something you created for yourself safely to part, and I can show you an example of that as well. Okay, so I've got a sum word and a diff word, and they're both show words, and they seem to be using a lot of similar code here. I'm going to write a couple more words here. We've got prod, and we've got quo. Okay, and they're basically based on the same idea. Keyboard, print. I can use that or that. We'll need that. We'll need this. We'll need that and that. We'll need that, that, and that. Okay. Alright, now I'll put a, we can do this again for this next word. Oops. I copied prod again. Product. Okay. So how am I copying and picking up words and the like? I'm using, on the thumb keys, I'm using the X, the period, and the I keys. And the I key is related to your Alt button under the right thumb. And if I hit it, I would bring back something back from buffer. I can put all kinds of stuff in the buffer. Everything fits in the buffer. And I can move it around. I can put it wherever I want. I don't necessarily want it there. Oops. Grabbed too much. Okay. So this makes moving code around pretty good. That X button is what's bringing everything back. Swallowing everything up, I beg your pardon. And it's under my thumb as well, on the N key. Just above the space bar, and it picks things up, and the Alt button brings them back. The space bar switches keyboards. Okay. Now let's flesh out our product word here. The show black screen text get swap print. We need a couple of icons, I suppose, and we need that one. Okay. 45, and we need /39. And here we are in our program, so we can go 45 yellow, and here we can go 39. Oops, sorry. Put that on the stack instead. Clear the stack, and now we want to put in a function. So the function here is times, and the function here is /mod. Alright, done my save, done my load. Okay, and now I can call up sum, or diff, or prod, or quo. no remainder. Aha! I didn't print both numbers. Let's try that. Alright. We've loaded it. Now we can go sum, div, prod, and quote with a remainder. We have a problem. And I'll get to that problem in just a moment. Alright, I take the swap out of the quo word and I no longer have a problem. Let's show that quo, and there it is with a remainder. Alright, and now I guess I didn't mention, but the yellow to green transition here, when a number transitions to green, when we make a number yellow, and in fact, look at MA is yellow. Anything on the command line, if I type something on the command line, it's in yellow. Those are executable words. When this block is loaded, if there was, for instance, let's put on something that's executable when the block is loaded. I'll use the yellow keyboard. I'm going to type 110 load. And it just so happens, you've seen me type that a few times if you've been following along in the movies, because what I'm using on 110 are some macros that are converted to the fourth dictionary so that I can use them on the command line, such as swap. And now if I want to go to that block and see what's on that block, I can hit the D key down here on the editor keyboard next to C, and I hit that key and it brings me here to interpreter extensions, and notice it loads another block, and it just happens to be the next block, and this is where the macros are kept, and we'll use some of these macros in future code. And here they are, and some of the others through the system: rotate, and tuck, swap over, a couple of unroll words, an erase word with the word erase shut off so I don't mistakenly execute it without typing it. And I've done that. Okay, now if I want to jump back to the block that I was on, I can just hit the J key now and I'm back at that block. But look at TH here, MA, they're both yellow numbers, and because they return a number on execution, and then that number gets returned onto the return stack. I beg your pardon, onto the down here, down to our where the 0 is down there, our data stack. And its block was loaded. There it is. There's the number, and there it is on the stack. At the transition to green, when this word is being entered into the dictionary, this gets put on the stack. The transition to green takes that number and compiles it just before the next green word, so that means that number in the dictionary will be there. The 6735150 will be there rather than the 2 letters MA. It'll be the address there. So that's a nice little feature of the code. We can do the same thing with regular numbers, and if we try to do that and cross this red boundary, we're going to crash. We can solve that problem by either turning the number green, or I can keep it yellow and type no op and see how that works. Let's see, empty clear, we'll run the program, and we'll go sum, and so far that works. If you hit the space bar, there's no crazy crash. Let's see, diff is working, prod is working, and so is our quote. Okay, so empty clear, turn on the editor and pause a moment, please.